edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh.
Hey everybody, it's Steph J here.
What's up?
Today we're going to be talking about
Finding the right person. How to find the right person.
how to find the right person.
And so we have a lot of experience in that area, being married for 15 years, going on 15 years, and we also counsel. We also are relationship coaches, so we have a pretty good idea of how to find the right person. So we're going to do this in like 3 parts. So this first part, just follow along with this. We're going to be talking about finding the right person. The first thing I think, and we have our own life experiences to kind of go with this, is that, you know, when it comes to finding the right person, the first thing is that you want to believe that that person actually exists. And what I mean by that is to start thinking positive. And for most people don't believe that they can be in a good relationship. Most people don't believe that that person that's for them, the person that they want, the person that, you know, is the person of their dreams, they don't think that that person actually exists. And so most people are negative about dating. Most people are negative about marriage. Most people are negative about relationships due to the fact that all the stuff they've seen, all the stuff they've been through, all the people that are interacting with them, who are feeding them negative information, the TV, media, social media, all these things, and people begin to have this negative perception about finding the right person. When in actuality, finding the right person first starts with your perception and the possibility of knowing, okay, this person that I want, this person that I desire is actually out there. And if you start thinking that way, you'll stop attracting the wrong people. So in our experiences, I did something different in actual relation to, you know, starting to think positive when I wanted to meet my wife. So long story short, I think a year before we met, I wrote out a list of the qualities and the characteristics of the person that I was looking for. And I went far beyond like the physical, because most people, you know, they describe physically, I want her to look like this, I want her to look like this, and blah, blah, blah. I did get to the physical part of it, of course, but I first started off with what I wanted as far as her character. You know, I said, you know, I wrote it down on a piece of paper and I put it in my Bible, and I prayed about it, and I put it out there. You know, most people say, well, I put it out there in the universe. Well, I put it out there, you know, I said, God, this is what I want. I want somebody who's funny. I want somebody who enjoys, you know, the same thing I enjoy, sports and music. I want someone who's into church, who's a godly woman, somebody who prays, somebody who reads their Bible, somebody who is nice, friendly, fun. I put all those characteristics. It was like, man, like a 2-page paper almost. And I wrote it down, I kid you not, and I put it in my Bible. I never showed my wife because, you know, it's like you don't want to throw somebody off bringing a list. You see what I'm saying? But that list is is for you. And it's basically for you to put it out there to the universe, being positive and knowing, okay, if this person exists and I believe this person exists, this is what I want. So first, it starts off with positivity, knowing, okay, that this can actually happen. And the reason why, again, most people, they start negative and then they attract the wrong people. And so what about your experience, babe? Like when you were looking for?
I actually was not looking.
Well, when a man finds a wife,
that's the Bible.
when
That's
a man
the word.
finds a wife, he
He
finds
finds
a
a
good
good
thing.
thing. We have shirts made. We'll be wearing those next video. But I wasn't looking. He found me. But when I did get to know him, what I was looking for was some godly, a man of God. One, two, somebody similar to my dad, as far as being the way he treat women, or the way he treated me as a woman or as a young girl. He would open my door. He'd buy me flowers. He would, spoil me, love me, like he really did, make sure I had everything. And so I knew what to look for as far as that. I would say I watched my brothers. They are pretty good men. So I watched how they treated me as a woman, or as their sister. They made sure I was always well taken care of. That, and I also paid attention to what my mom, as being married, how she was, and I paid attention to what not to do. We'll get into that as well on one of the next videos.
Well, hold on. So you're saying, basically, you kind of going to one of my other points, but what you're saying is, because of your environment, you pretty much knew, okay, there's somebody out here like my dad. There's somebody out here, because I see it with my brothers. Mm-hmm. There's somebody out here that treats women this way. But for most people, because of their experiences, and why don't most people have a positive attitude toward relationships? And most people just they don't see it. Most people have saw, and what they've seen has it has given them a scary idea about finding someone, and most people also, because of the friends they have, people are always talking negative. Girl, such and such, did you see this? Did you see that? And
and not to cut you off, but to say that when he said that, when we were about to get married, when he proposed to me, about maybe a week or two before our wedding, a lot of my friends were like,
yeah,
you sure you ready? You sure? I don't think you should do it. You should go experiment or do this, or, try, test the waters. I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm so grateful I didn't do that. God told me and God showed me, even the day before the wedding, someone said, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. It's not, you're still young. You don't have to do this. But I knew what I wanted, and I knew how I felt. I did date. I dated a little bit, not too much. I didn't want to do, too of how I was raised, and things like that. But I knew what he had inside him. He was very totally different from other men that I have dated, or guys that I dated. So I knew, what he had, and I knew not to listen to that. I prayed. I seeked God. I went to my grandfather, he was like, no, this is it. This is it. We prayed together. My mom, my family were crazy about him. I think that's what really made me feel good, because my dad, if my daddy would have said no, I would have been like, nah. Or if my brothers, we close. My siblings, we are really close. So if they would have been like, no, okay, then that's a different story. But I knew that, because your friends in your ear, don't allow that. Seek God. God is number one. And then you pray yourself. Right. You seek God, pray, and seek him for yourself. We're going on, how many years?
Almost 15.
15 years. I was 20. A lot of couples can't say that.
Right.
So,
And going back to, getting the negative talk, because also too, let's say someone says something like, are you sure you want to do this? there's nothing wrong with questioning, okay, is this the right person?
Right.
You know, you're supposed to question, you know, whether this the right person. Do they have the qualities I want? Do they have, you know, does my family like them? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Does, you know, do they get along with my brothers, my sisters? You know,
Right.
do they get along with my parents? Some of those things are just obvious, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to find the right person. But for the most part, you know, when people are negative about something, then okay, that should raise a red flag about how they feel about relationships, and that's something that you have to let be their experience.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, sometimes people identify with other people's experience instead of creating their own.
Right.
Like, okay, you know, that was, you know, what happened to you, you know, and by all means, you know, sorry that happened to you, but I'm going to create my own experience. And that's, you know, just by being positive about your situation, the person you meet. And like I said, like what I did was I totally forgot everything, you know, that happened before, and I just wrote out, you know, the qualities and the characteristics that I want. Then I, you know, of course, like most men, we get to the physical aspect. You know, I want, you know, 36, 24, 36. You know, we get, you know, we got to get to, you know, you got to pass the eyeball test, you know. But at the same time, you know, a person can pass the eyeball test, but can they pass the character test as well? So, you know, finding the right person, it starts with being positive, knowing that, okay, although I've seen this, I've heard this, I've been through this, just being positive, because the more negative you are, you're going to find out that you're going to attract the wrong kind of person.
Absolutely.
And they say opposites attract. Is not true. You attract what you want. You do attract what you want. And the more and more you be negative about, oh man, I don't want this, guys are like this, guys are like that, women are like this, women are like this, you're going to only attract those type of people, and you'll never find the right person that you want. So we're going to go into, my wife alluded to, like, experiences, because a lot of people's experiences are different when it comes to finding the right person, and they let someone else's experiences dictate to finding the right person that they want. So stay tuned. If this has helped you at all, leave us a comment. Let us know, hey, you know what, how do I start about being positive to find the right person? Or, you know, what kind of list should I write? You know, especially, it's different for women and men, of course. Right. You know, and did you know, if you are looking for someone, do you have a list of qualities and characteristics that you're looking for? Do you, like, because some people have must-haves, like he must have, you know, she must have, you know, and also too, don't go superficial, like, okay, he got to have a car, he got to have, you know, $100 million, he got to be NBA player, you know, or she got to be, you know, Beyonce and have a music company and, you know, have her own clothing line. She got to be a YouTuber or influencer. Don't go superficial. You know, go into things that will last, you know, and character outlast all those other things. Yeah, you know, you could say, you know, of course there's certain things that you want, but must-haves should be character first, and then on top of that will come the other things. Don't
forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell, because the notifications will let you know when we're posting. We'll be posting on Sundays at 5 p.m., Mondays at 5 p.m., Wednesdays at 5 p.m., and Fridays at 5 p.m. We're going to try to stick with that, and sometimes we might surprise you and post more than that. But please, if you have any questions, anything you want us to talk about, or you want us to, you know, go back to something we did talk about, we sure will. We'll do just that. It's Steph and Jay here. Hope you enjoyed everything. We love you guys. God bless.